All right, welcome back. It's time for us to do our news flash. Now, taking the papers this morning, Ghanaian Times, New Crusading Guide, the Chronicle Newspapers, Daily Statesman, Vanguard, you name them, all here, about to serve you with all the hot news that is trending in our country. Julie, want to start off with?
Let's start with the Daily Statesman. Yes. And on the front page, government begins 2022 budget preparation.
Wow.
Wow.
Just say you'll be back on the next one.
It's Oh, God. The woes of journalists, psychologists say many suffer poor mental health due to emotional constipation and occupational reality shock. Well, yeah, the psychologist is not lying. Do you speak to a psychologist?
Well, I haven't spoken to one as therapy, but I mean friends who are psychologists.
Good morning to Dr. Seth Asafo. He's one of my favorite therapists in the world. Yes. He knows how to get straight to me. How you doing? UTAC to return to negotiation table, and that sounds good. Ghana receives another 249,000 AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccines. Oh, God, we're fighting this particular virus, you know, tooth and nail. We need to get rid of it. And on the back of the Daily Statesman, I love some sports. Cristiano Ronaldo, Juve striker, says transfer rumors are just talk. Chelsea, more mature Romelu Lukaku ready for Arsenal test on Sunday. How is that? So let me read a little. It says Romelu Lukaku says he has matured as a player and he prepares for his Chelsea return. Lukaku, 28, spent 3 years at the club between 2011 and 2014. And I'm sure Jen will bring us lots more on that, but I'm pretty excited about that. You think Lukaku is ready?
I'm not really following him, but I saw him training. I'm sure he's ready.
Oh, go. You got go, man.
I'm sure he's very ready.
I'm not sure about that. Oh, and there's some entertainment news here. And I can see my sister Dorin Avio says, make way for female DJs, multimedia's Dorin Avio, please. And that's something that is beautiful. You know, Hits FM used to have this DJ competition, and whenever I see the females come on board, I get super excited because some of them are amazing. Some like Miss Austin, I've been following her. She's just so great. And there's this other young budding DJ coming, DJ Say Diva. She's also amazing. And I'm hoping that these ladies get into the spotlight just like the other DJ. I forgot her name. Why did I forget?
Kapi?
No, not Kapi. I'm talking about Ghanaian DJ.
Ghanaian DJ.
You've worked with her
DJ
before.
Kes.
Yes, Kes is just amazing. I don't know why her name slipped out of my head so quickly. She's amazing. So we should make way for Ghanaian female DJs, and I agree with Doreen. And there's a story here that says you can only get there if you learn from Sarkodie. That's coming from Prince Shega, my colleague at Hits FM. He's advising Obibini. What do you think about him when it comes to his music?
Obibini?
Yeah.
Well, I think he's a great rapper, and by all standards. It's just he caught people's attention a bit more with the recent beef because then he got traffic to his page. And
he's been quiet for too long. But my thing is, rap music is all about beef. It's the thing is, you need to be careful the kind of shots you throw. You have to be careful. Be more matured with your shots, but you get it. Beef is part of rap culture, and it gets us going. It keeps you in the game, it keeps you fresh, and it keeps rappers on your toes. So we should keep looking out for more of those.
I don't think any rapper can stand my rap game. It's just I haven't unleashed it yet, but when I unleash it, it's something else. But let me just quickly take you to the Ghanaian Times newspaper this morning. Ghana receives 249,600 doses as a gift from the UK under the COVAX facility. Boss fails to recover about 446,000 plus Ghana cedis, debt from BDCs. More stories here. Let me jump onto the next page here. On page 3, police to investigate murder of 65-year-old woman. Yes, task force is also at work with galamseyers as they destroy machines and canoes belonging to some of these galamseyers on the Ankobra River. Work is still ongoing there. Farmer granted 10,000 Ghana cedi bail for possessing weed. In as much as these doses are also coming in, WHO has also flagged fake COVID-19 jabs also in Africa. Full story on page 5 of the Ghanaian Times newspaper as well. Back to you.
Well, I have the Vanguard here, and on the front page, NPP has fixed the economy in 4 years. It's coming from the Vice President, Mahmoud Bawumia, and the Agenda 111 to transform Ghana's health sector. And the same story here, 249,600 doses of AstraZeneca arrive in Ghana. And I see the picture of the Minister of Health here in front of it, Kwekwaji Maminu. And you know the former President John Mahama is going on a tour to thank Ghanaians. And he says Mahama hails the Fix the Country agitations. I think Fix the Country is in the right way. We are trying to put our leaders
on their
toes.
Yeah.
Let them know that we're not excited, we're not happy with how things are going. I hope that they read the placards. I hope they get the message and listen to the people and get to fix the things that we need to. And I also keep saying that we as Ghanaians, whilst they're fixing the country, we also need to fix the attitude, especially when it comes to sanitation. We need to fix that particular part of our lives. We need to fix it when it comes to sanitation. Big deal. Because somebody's front lawn looks so good, before you know it, somebody's doing rubbish on their front lawn, and that's not pretty at all. We need to fix that thing about ourselves. And that's coming from the Vanguard. Few stories here. This one, Jay, you can go.
Well, okay, let me go to the new crusading guide. Our Mami Poma Queen Star House Road projects. UTAG also suspends their strike, gets back on the conversation on the negotiation table with NLC, National Labour Commission, so they can get back to their jobs as well. Full stories on page 3 and 10 of the new crusading guide newspaper. Minority demands accountability for 636 million Ghana cedi allocated to Agenda 111 hospitals as well. Yes, major stories here in the Chronicle, sorry, I beg your pardon, the New Crusading Guide newspaper.
Well, I found some health stories here on the Vanguard. It's in the middle page, page 6. It says 11 signs and symptoms of anxiety disorders, and mental health is very, very important. We've said it so many times on this show since I came here, and I think it's something we should look at. Your anger, your life, the good, the bad, and ugly. I think you should read these things, and it should be something we should talk about more often. The Business Finder said consolidate salaries, allowances to make retirement more meaningful for workers. NPRA, Ghana and Singapore to create financial trust corridor to boost business support. My commitment to fighting corruption is steadfast. That's coming from the President of the Republic. And that's all here on the front page of the Business Finder. Behind, okay, there's some more stuff. There's a story here, COVID-19 pandemic. Producing a vaccine is beyond us. You think that is?
Producing a vaccine
is beyond us.
Never.
You think we're capable of?
We so are capable of producing our own vaccines, and I don't know what really goes into the production of a vaccine of that nature, but I'm very sure we should be able to find the resources. There's something beyond us. Well, my producer says money.
It's finance. And sometimes technology. Do we have the technological capacity to do that?
Oh.
Our industry is ready to do that.
We drink here. Because my producer, when he goes to look here, the thing that he drinks, he uses square all. The term is he uses it to square all diseases. Do you know how to square a disease?
Yes, square it.
Yeah, has to square the disease.
You take one medication to square everything.
Yeah, no medication. You know, sometimes when you are ill. Oh no, I mean in our local, in our country, when you are sick, sometimes they give you soup.
Yes.
And
then they give you. Do you know otinshinu?
No, tell me.
You see the water that is used to cook the kinky.
Okay.
When it's finished, it's boiled, it's heated.
Wow.
That particular thing is really, Charlie, it can do some more wonders. When you have malaria and drink that in there, it brings you back to life like that.
Have you realized that beyond, during the time when the vaccines were not, had not reached our shores or hadn't been created even or developed in the first place, when you had COVID, they give you all kinds of concoctions, neem tree leaves and all these things that
and
you take.
And ginger combination.
Yeah, and to square
everything.
To square it. But please take your shots, okay? If you can, just go get your shots. That squares it better, I think. Let's move on.
Yeah, I have the Daily Graphic. It says, my commitment to corruption fight high. That's coming from the President of the Republic, Nana Akufo-Addo. Yes, and on the front page, that's on the front page of the Daily Graphic. UTAG suspends strike. Parties agree on milestones. Anti-armed robbery squad robbers in shootouts. That's an action movie for me. Hey, 250.
Wow.
Anti-armed robbery squad and robbers in shootouts.
In shootouts. Wow. That's a very strong headline.
We should have shot it. It's okay.
I know.
It's okay.
The Chronicle newspaper as well. Before that, sorry, are you done with the Ghanaian?
Not really. It says 250,000 more of AstraZeneca vaccine arrive in Ghana. And we have some stories behind it. It says task force maintain law and order in Accra Central. Now, that's something that we need on a daily. Jay, you could go find more stories.
All right, let me jump into the middle page of the Chronicle newspaper as well. Failing to learn is the main reason for movie collapse in Ghana, says Mr. Beautiful. Remember him? Yes.
Yeah.
Just failing to learn is the main reason for the movie collapse in Ghana. Full story here on page 10 of the Chronicle newspaper. Becca and husband fly to Paris to celebrate their 3rd marriage anniversary. Congratulations to the couple as well. And
hey, love is sweet.
Yeah, Van Vicker says, I'm for let's face the country. That story is also here. Now on the front page here, more business agenda 111. Daises Mahama, former president, but Koku Anyidoho endorses the project. That story is here, so caption the front page of the Chronicle newspaper. I don't support wholesale review of the Constitution, says the president. Ghana Legal Council diverts government cash into private accounts. All these stories are here in the Chronicle newspaper.
And I found a pretty interesting story here. It says, teenage pregnancy high in the Upper East communities. And that's something that is worrisome. But have we found a way to go about it, teenage pregnancy? Because for years growing up, they've discussed teenage pregnancies and stuff like that. So what's the next move? Are we, if we're not teaching abstinence, are we teaching them how to use condoms?
Well, I think, yes, and I think education on the education is also key, because it will just surprise that some of us who are, fortunate to have had good education can understand the dynamics of how these things and its effects and all that. But when you haven't, been properly educated, I mean, the next thing
and the other thing comes as what age do we start, educating our young ones on sex? At what age? Which one? Which age is better? At which age are they matured enough to know that, okay, I can decide to do this or not? Not at the age where they are so experimental. When you teach them, they start experimenting. You're trying to protect them. Before you know it, they're so excited they want to experiment. It's a very dicey situation.
Scary.
Are you going to have that talk?
So I'm talking to my daughter, and I said, and she's telling me...
You're already having that conversation?
And she's telling me about... I asked her who's her best male friend in school, and then she's telling me this. She mentioned this guy, and I said, hey. And then he says, I'm sorry, Daddy, it's you. I said, better. Let's keep that Daddy being your best male friend for now.
But would you have that conversation? Did your parents have sex conversations with you?
No, but I mean, it's
typical. Let me tell you my sex
African home where you don't see, they don't tell you, but you know.
They tell you that if you go and get pregnant, go and get pregnant, you stop Morning Star and go and sell tomatoes at
That's enough to scare to scare you, right?
And you ain't playing with a young woman you don't want to play with.
You don't want to play.
No. So you keep your head on the level ground and then learn and...
Well, in a typical African home, like a Ghanaian home, like I'm telling you, they won't tell you about it, but you know all.
Yeah.
Yes, ask your parents how they do it, because that cane in the corner in the room.
No, not cane, slipper.
Anyway, all right, so that's how we bring our news flash this morning to a close as well. There's more on the show, on our social watch this morning.
Yes.
You're taking us to Kwewu.
Yeah, we're going to go all the way to Kwewu there. We're joined by the MP, Davis. He's going to be online. We want to talk about it. Well, how come we don't have street lights on the mountain? It's very, very dangerous if there are no street lights. Some of the roads that people have spoken up about it, they are concerned. And when people are concerned, especially people of the community are concerned, it's best that the government looks at these things. We need to look at that on our social watch. It's highly important to all of us.
It was surprising the beautiful landmarks we have in Kwewu as well. So many of the places. I think there's these, the Rock, I've forgotten the name, the Rock Island, the Rock something.
Please, the paragliding I want to do is, my husband is from Kwewu.
Oh yeah, look, the Kwewu has beautiful things. Beautiful waterfalls.
Beautiful towns.
Yeah.
And the people are so welcoming and sweet. I like that. And the food.
Anyway, so all these discussions lined up as well. Don't go away. Beyond the headlines, sports, business, all this lined up for you right here on Prime Morning. Don't go away.